She turned her head, irritation on her face, about to tell me to step back, and then her features changed, dramatically, as she realised what was happening. Her mouth opened into a perfect circle, while her eyes grew to the size of saucers, her skin deathly white as she took in my balaclava. Until this point, she hadn't even noticed the shotgun I'd pulled from inside my jacket. Now that I was pointing it at her head, she most definitely had. "Hands on the counter," I said to the woman behind the till. She looked terrified too, but that was the point. "Money, now," I shouted. The bank teller was mid-40s, attractive in a mumsy way, shaking like a shitting dog. She fumbled, unsure of what to do, even though her staff training would no doubt have instructed her on how to behave if someone were to come into your provincial branch and point a gun at a customer's head. Supposedly, this stupid bitch thought it would never happen to her, except now it was, and she would get on with it. I hardly had all day. "Fucking do it!" I shouted at her as I grabbed the petrified younger woman's arm. I glanced behind me at the old man, pen in his gnarled, liver-spotted hand, his face a mask of horror. Then I turned my attention back to the counter. "Notes only," I shouted at her again. "5s, 10s and 20s. 50s were too difficult to get rid of. Keep it simple, always. I let go of the young woman's arm to pull a Sainsbury's carrier bag from my pocket, then threw it across to the cashier and watched as she stuffed the cash inside. I lunged across towards the bag, grabbed it by the handle, then turned and ran towards the door. My whole body was coursing with adrenaline, making me feel more alive than I ever thought possible. I ran out of the building, shotgun back inside my jacket, balaclava pulled off my head as soon as my feet hit the pavement. Then I was back to a brisk walk towards the car, not looking behind, not trying to draw attention to myself, just a man with his collar up to keep out the cold on a chilly afternoon in the southeast of England, shopping bag at his side, car keys ready to shove in the ignition. I almost laughed as I opened the car door, threw the bag down next to me and pushed the shotgun back under the passenger seat. I indicated and pulled out of the parking space, driving away, the sound of police sirens growing louder in the distance.
Chapter 1. Tuesday, the 5th of May. The jobs were coming in thick and fast. What had once felt like the world's weirdest but most rewarding challenge now felt to Detective Inspector Harry Powell like the universe's biggest piss-take. How exactly he was supposed to run an incident room with over half of his staff on restricted duties, reduced hours and flexi-working, he simply wasn't sure. No one seemed to work an 8-hour day anymore, most reluctant to do overtime. All except DC's Sophia Island, who never seemed to turn it down. Still, as he had always done, he would embrace this new age way of policing and hope he retired before it went completely belly up. It was either that or privatisation, and that would surely be a disaster. As he sat mulling over how he was going to manage dividing his staff among an overburdened, understaffed county, as well as the review of all outstanding missing persons he had been volunteered for, his landline rang. The display told him that the Deputy Chief Constable was taking time out of her day to call him. "Ma'am," he said, "what can I do for you on this fine Tuesday morning?" "Harry," she said, the warm, polished tones of a newsreader sounding in his ear. "I hope all is well with you." "Ah, I'm happy as a pig in the proverbial." He looked to the ceiling, one of his most comforting places for solace in some form. Quite why, he didn't know. It had never worked before. "Well, Harry," she continued as he wrapped the phone cord around his fingers, certain something bad was about to follow. "The thing is, we're sending you another member of staff, so that's good news." No, it's fucking not good news, he wanted to shout into the mouthpiece. It was only going to bring him grief. Senior officers did not telephone someone many ranks lower than themselves out of the blue to tell them they were getting a new member of staff, not without there being inherent problems attached. He waited. Here it was. "You're to get someone really keen and motivated. He's one of the new fast-track detectives, so he's done his basic training and is raring to go. We're all very enthusiastic about this latest project, placing the newest recruits into specialist posts, and I know that you and the guy..."